Yo, 2.5 Oyajis coming at you, yes, with your Oyajis in the house. Victor.
Yes.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Me?
Yes, once again. I don't understand it. I mean, okay, you're a good looking guy. I understand
Thank
this.
you.
But I mean, you know, I'm not that bad. Surely.
You're fine.
But, so here's the thing. I was at the
You're working what you got.
I was at the YouTube Creator Day.
Mm-hmm.
And everything went very well, and had the speech, and with Kumigara and everything. Kumigara was fantastic.
She's beautiful.
She is, and she says hello.
Very nice.
So I come off the stage, and this very cute girl comes up, and she's kind of shy. And
she's your daughter.
Well, possibly the one I never knew I had, well, one of the many. And she comes up to me, and she says, I saw your video up on the screen, and I recognized the person next to you, and it's so amazing. I met him at, I won't give too much information, but I met him. Were you in Minami Machida like about 2 months ago, at like a family restaurant?
In Tokyo?
Yeah, in Tokyo.
No.
In the suburbs of Tokyo. Well,
no.
I was like doubtful, but she was sure you had been there.
No, I got one of those faces.
You see,
all guys look the same, man. Half of people think I look like Tom Cruise. That's how ridiculous.
And she was like, I can't believe I found the other person in your video who's so good looking and charming, and he's this big entertainer guy. And she started like writing out like all those. I said, look, just give me your contact info and I'll pass it on to him anyway. And she wrote this like huge long message, which I've got around here somewhere, which I'll send to you. But honestly, like I'm thinking for the first time.
She's a waitress or what?
Oh, I think so, yeah. But I'm thinking the first time ever I get like a 50-year plus male. Not that I love all the 50-plus males. You're my demographic, and I love and appreciate you guys.
Bread butter, right?
But just once, it's nice to have a 23-year-old hot young girl come up and say, I really like the other guy in your video.
Apparently, there's a type of young girl in Japan who's only interested in Oyajis. Did you hear about this?
I haven't heard. I need more.
No,
where can I get this information?
I don't.
Where are they? Where are they hiding?
I'm sure someone will remember the name, but there is apparently a category. They have these categories.
Well, they have the Papa Club. I do know there are. I mean, everywhere there are women everywhere who like old, ugly men, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm just knowing that they're out there somewhere.
A lot of them you have to. They like the
videos.
Money that comes along with that conversation, but I just yesterday I saw a couple walking down the street, and it was an old guy and a really, really young, beautiful girl, and I couldn't help but thinking, yeah, it's probably
paying for it.
Monetary exchange, yeah. But actually, there's something about these 2.5 Oyajis. I was emailed a couple months ago, and this is where I want to warn everyone: if you're if you're a virgin or under 18, please don't.
Oh, I can stay.
Please turn off the video. We're going to have an adult conversation here. I was kind of annoyed because someone asks me to please talk about the sexual proliferations. Is that the word?
Proliferations?
The sexual tendencies that Japanese have as compared to what do Japanese people like as compared to other people all over the world, right? And I've done my best to take a sampling, but I don't think
I've heard the stories.
I don't think it's scientifically relevant.
Well, I mean, if you get up to a certain percentage of the population, it does become scientifically relevant.
Yes,
I mean,
I think it has to be like 5% or something. Not 0.000.
Yeah, well.
But it annoyed me, and actually, I think I might have mentioned this to you, but I think I missed it. Like I mentioned it as in a dismissive way because I think it's just ridiculous to suppose that Japanese are more perverted or sexually adventurous, maybe is a word, than other people.
Well, it's one of those stereotypes that comes up, but sure, I mean, yeah.
So today on the news, I don't know how I found this article, but I really don't.
I'm so scared of what's going to come down.
But a big, I think it was, anyway.
You were just cruising those sites that you never look at, but people tell you about.
It was, you know what it was? It was that American woman who killed a British woman in
Italy. Right.
I forgot her name.
In some sort of sex game thing where...
Yeah, sex game. So, on the sidebar, there's this other thing called Europe's Dangerous Sex Craze. And of course
you didn't look at. Yeah.
Like that, right? So check this out. This is dated September 15th, and we'll leave links at the bottom there, but it says, an Italian man is on trial for the death of his girlfriend during a Japanese bondage scene. And the guy's name is Barbie Latsa Nadu is the reporter, and she talks about something called shibari.
Okay.
shibari. Okay, now shibaru is of course to tie.
To tie up.
Shibari is that you've probably seen pictures somewhere accidentally.
Oh, I've never heard of women being tied up naked.
You know, that's how you accidentally.
No, never heard it. No.
Bestiality sites and all that. But so it's when you tie up someone. But I didn't know the specifics of it. But apparently, it's a way to heighten the sensation of the orgasm. Right. So this guy and he's 42, and his 24-year-old girlfriend. Okay.
As if he needed more help, but yes.
Yeah, I know. Like, so they're at. By the way, I'm drinking Philippine-made coconut vodka because it was the sexiest thing I could find for this conversation. I don't think whiskey's a conversation for this, but anyway, he tied up his. He met this other girl in a bar. I don't know if they were friends or something, but his girlfriend and this other girl, and he went to an empty garage or factory, and he tied one of the.
Wait. He was with his girlfriend. He met another girl, as you do, and took her to a factory. Okay,
took her to an empty factory, and everyone is a willing participant in this. Okay, they're all adults, no rape involved. And what apparently you do is you tie up one girl in a way that's connected to the other girl with the ropes. So every time one girl moves, it tightens the ropes on the other girl.
Okay.
So they're kind of connected, right? And then the man starts to enjoy himself. And try to maybe give them pleasure, whatever. Anyway,
he turns on like a rugby game in the middle of this.
What?
No, sorry. Well, he turns on a rugby game or something in the middle of it. He gets a beer.
yeah. You know, it seems to go to a lot of trouble for 5 minutes of anyway.
Yeah.
So in the old days, in the 15th century of Japan, apparently this was called kinbaku, and I can't think of what the kanji would be. Kin would be what? What do you think?
That'd be gold explosion. I don't know.
Gold explosion. That's the title.
Exploding
gold
balls.
Explosion.
That's what it could be. Exploding ball kintama. Baku.
Yeah, it could be. Anyway, so
it could be the exploding balls. Well,
unfortunately, we shouldn't be joking about this, but unfortunately, what happened was.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, you know what? If I die this way, you guys can laugh at me. Apparently, one of the girls started to choke, and her body went limp. And her body going limp created too much stress on the ropes, which were connected to his girlfriend, and she was choked by the ropes. And he went to get to the knife, but he was too late, and she asphyxiated, and now she's dead.
Both of them?
No, the girlfriend died.
Okay, but
the other woman ended up in the hospital. She's okay, but she completely supports the story, and debatably, there's no crime here because everyone was a willing, participant. And what I wanted to say to all the people watching who are always asking about, weird Japanese stuff. Okay, yeah, the Japanese created this, but it's not like nobody does that here. I mean, very rarely do you ever see that except in videos and stuff. You never come across it. I mean, I don't know.
I actually met a guy at Tweet Up who had actually been forcibly put in one of these situations in Japan, like in a club that does that.
Really?
Which actually was the first time. Well, apparently, I don't know how much of this. Well, I'm not involved, so it's fine. Apparently, someone was suspended from TUJ Japan for being on a video on Facebook of having this done to them after they were in. There were two guys and a girl, and the girl took one for the team and agreed to take part in a demonstration. Which she asked her friends to videotape, which she put on her own Facebook page, which her mum saw, and complained to TUJ and got her kicked out of university for it. Although it sounds like, by her account, it was worth it. But
really?
That's the only time I've ever really heard of that in a practical situation in Japan. And nobody died. It was quite good from what I heard. But
yeah. No, I'm not going to ask Kiko Simon to get into his sexual history, of course. I'm sure he's dying to share, but please, control yourself. But I would say Japanese are no less adventurous than any other people that I've met, in my 23 countries that I've been to. Not that I've had. Okay, I should stop. But not that I've had no scientific sampling. But here's the interesting thing. According to this article, and we'll leave links to this. 1 out of every 10 Italians takes part in something called extreme sex. And what is it?
Like bungee jumping?
Yeah, you would think that's what I thought it was, but it's
from New Zealand.
Something where one of the participants could die during the act.
So like juggling chainsaws or something like that. I don't know. It's something where they're putting their lives at risk doing it.
Yes. So they're doing something that could possibly kill them. Some asphyxiation, sex games. I don't know what else possibly. dangerous.
1 in 10. That's a lot.
1
of
in
people.
10. That's a lot, right?
Surely someone would start to notice. Surely there'd be signs in public sooner or later.
Well, supposedly, according to this article, it looks like Italy is the country everyone should be like questioning. And they're pretty. And I got Italian blood, but you know. Anyway, check this out. 16% of Italian couples use masks. Okay.
Okay. Well,
something like this. So when they have sex, they use masks. I guess like in that Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman, you know, they use masks and they do it with masks. 16%. That's a lot.
16, not 60. I think he said 60. I was like,
no,
oh my God.
16.
If it's 60, I mean, at least 50% of those would have to be like paper bags or something. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah.
Only 3% of the population, less than 3, has had sex with more than one person in a group or threesome or something like that. I don't know.
I see. At the same time, I see.
At the same time. What are you thinking? Hey,
I'm so naive. Yeah.
I'm above the 3%.
That's right. Yeah. Take that,
I've had sex with more than 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is pretty bizarre stuff. So I just like to say to everyone who watches our videos and has that feeling that Japan is screwed up, not any more than other countries. I would say that's my argument. You know, that's my position. I'm standing.
Don't even go near the Germans. That's the other thing I hear. So yeah.
Yeah, German. I've heard some things.
I don't want to know.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. What can we invite our viewers to post in the comments regarding this? Oh wait, I forgot. And CSI, opening season of CSI this year.
Yeah.
Which just came out. I just downloaded it. And
totally legally.
It's a woman who's supposedly Japanese, but she's like a Vietnamese accent or something. And she takes part in something, I forgot what it's called, but there's apparently a name for tentacle sex. And in this video, in this episode,
really?
No, I've never heard of.
Really, I've seen videos. Yeah.
Really?
It's not that uncommon actually in Japan.
Yeah, but okay. In this episode,
well, the animated and you actually have real life stuff as well. But yeah.
Okay, really. In this video, I understand that there are old pictures of tentacle sex things happening like hundreds of years ago. In Hanga, they're called, right? Hanga.
I think so. Yeah.
But in this episode, they say that there is a bar or a nightclub somewhere in Las Vegas where you can go and witness Japanese women having sex with octopi. So I really doubt that's true. What do you think? Do you think it's true? You think there's actually places like that?
I don't know about bars. I mean, honestly, well, from what I've heard about the bar scene in Tokyo, honestly, if you can imagine it, you can find it pretty much somewhere. But there again, I mean, gaijins can't get into those places, or they're so locked up and everything, and it's all just rumors and stuff like that. I mean, I've got no idea, but
yeah, well, this bar made it look like it was a happening nightclub, and it's so much full of people. I just really doubt they would be that open.
Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't. I'm not really surprised by anything I hear anymore. But I've not been. I can't vouch for anything like that myself.
Well, S&M is pretty big in New York City, and I think San Francisco too. And when I was a nightclub, when I was a taxi driver, when my college,
you were a nightclub.
When I was a taxi driver, I actually picked up a couple guys and took them to places like that, and they would tell me about.
You used to pick up guys
in the taxi, yeah. Well, they were, yeah. But for the ride, it just sounds worse at first. I can't say this in any nice way. Sounds like I'm a male prostitute. But yeah, they would tell me about these S&M clubs they'd go to. And they were secret, and you'd have to know a password and all that crap. But they existed. But I never heard anything about, like octopus tentacle sex clubs or shibari clubs or anything like that extreme. But maybe they did the shibari in those places. Maybe they did them all in those places. Maybe.
We get a lot of.
But I am annoyed at how the media portrays some of this stuff. I mean, CSI to do that, I was a little disappointed.
Yes, no, with the other stuff. I mean, CSI is actually pretty. This is CSI Las Vegas, I hope, right?
Yeah.
Not the Miami.
No, Las Vegas. Okay, well then I can watch it Miami.
Yeah, I can't watch those other spin-off ones.
Yeah. I'm glad they're killing each other in the South. I'm just kidding. Edit that out.
That's going to be the intro.
Anyway, if anyone has if you guys think it's real, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
What is the strangest, most outrageous sexual proclivity that you've heard of happening in your country? Not Japan. Leave Japan alone.
That's right.
They got a bad enough rep as it is.
If you had a contest where you had to outdo the craziest thing you've ever heard about Japan from your country, what would it be?
I don't know. I've been here too long.
Would you count? I guess you can't. You can count Peru actually, and the United States. United States, everyone can.
In Peru, they have male prostitutes who look like gorillas.
Actual.
They dress like women.
They wear suits, like in training places. Well, 48 hours was it? That one where they put the masking tape and put him in a gorilla suit with a lady gorilla.
No, not that kind of gorilla. Though I'm sure there are some people who get off on that too.
I'm sure there are actually. Yeah.
There's no way to end this video.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah. Okay.
But if anyone's into like two Oyajis, if you anyone who is into that kind of sexual proclivity, we commend you.
And if you send us a mail, we'll show you what the 0.5 is.
Mask off, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
See ya.